We are located in Appeldorf, Germany. The village has seen a growing demand for new housing developments. A new residential area has been allocated for domestic construction purposes. Therefore, a total of 14 plots and a new street is set to be built. The earthwork will involve a range of subsurfacing and landscaping tasks by building the sewerage network, household utility connections and carrying out general roadwork. Köbel, the construction company, has been chosen to do the work. Proprietor George Köbel explains. The excavator operator is now grading the roadbed, what involves laying down a frost protection layer made of gravel and finished off with a closing asphalt layer. The machine operator knows that he needs to keep precisely to the road height set out by the plan. That means working with a high accuracy, which represents a challenge also to the most experienced operator of such heavy machinery. That is why it makes sense to use an excavator control system from MOBA. The current company's excavator that has been fitted with a 2D control system has already become the most important equipment on this job. The excavator's control system measures the depth, range and tilt of the bucket and shows its position on the screen. This allows the driver to dig exactly to the given parameters. Additionally, the operator will only need a short time to get used to the system. Therefore, any operator gets the job done substantially faster than was possible previously. Again, Köbel explains. The company decided to purchase the excavation system to stay up to date with the latest development and equip the business for the needs of the future. For him and his team, this appears to have been the right decision, because the system has performed extremely well to such an extent that it has long ago repaid the investment put into it. A major benefit of the system is the wide range of applications for which it's useful. Whether the job is to excavate access ways, to carve out the road level or to construct culverts, an excavator control system like Xsite Link boosts efficiency in all working areas.
Ich verwende das System hier.
Michael Geisenberger, the excavator operator, works daily with the system while it was first acquired for use in road cutting. But within 2 or 3 months he had discovered many other ways of using the MOBA system. He is now working on a daily basis with the system, which lets him know the correct height so that continuous manual measuring of trenches using the surveyor's level is no longer necessary. The system has a 5.7-inch touchscreen display where the driver sees all the information he needs, for example the position of the excavator's bucket in real time. An additional LED display positioned in the view of the driver displays the target and actual level. In order to be able to provide the correct values, the slope sensors record every movement of the machine. The laser beam that provides the elevation reference is detected by the system's laser receiver. This is used to detect changes due to subsidence or changes in position of the excavator. The system records height values exactly and can also be equipped with a GNSS antenna for positioning without the need of surveyors. Apart from the benefits of precise elevation monitoring, construction boss Köbel also puts emphasis on the system's capacity to save man and machine hours. These savings are what provides a substantial competitive advantage by showing the positional data which he can use to find the utility connections to each housing again later. That is because the usual constant positioning measurements and checks are no longer needed. Instead of having to use surveyor's level, Michael Geisenberger uses the system to measure his position above sea level. Branch pipes can then be positioned on the basis of such measurements.
€3.000 pro Bagger in Grenzen gehalten hat.
If the cutting edge of the bucket is positioned here, Michael Geisenberger can measure the exact position of the junction. That helps him to find the junction immediately and when he needs to do so later. The system constantly amazes him with new applications that make his day-to-day work easier. It also improves safety on the building site, as nobody needs to stand inside the working area of the machine to check measurements.
Super, weil es muss keiner mehr im Graben stehen, der wo nach der Höhe schaut, der steht im Gefahrenbereich von der Maschine, das kann man sich alles sparen.
To sum up, with the help of our MOBA Xsite link system, the building site can be prepared faster and more accurately according to specifications without having to make any adjustments afterwards. Also, the system reduces significantly wear and tear of the machine, and less human resources are needed as the excavator can work as an independent unit on the building site.